eating the whole thing?
It's good. Yeah.
Come on, then.
No,
Well, you shouldn't feed humans bread and milk.
No, not really.
What do you mean, not really? It's absolutely demonstrably fine.
No, it's not very good for you.
Well, it's fine.
Bread and butter
I've been
pudding.
drinking milk and eating bread for ages. Why is it suddenly a massive problem? Oh,
Yeah.
no, actually, we're supposed to live till we're 250. But no, we've been eating all this poisonous bread and milk all the time. We can barely limp past 98.
G'day gang, my name's Jackson for Lunch for Louie and you are watching Between Bread, the show where we find out what people taste like. First up on the board today is David Mitchell, so we'll start by buttering a piece of white and browned bread, setting aside and then addressing our first ingredient. So, David Mitchell was born in Salisbury in 1974, and while I couldn't find any food that Salisbury was specifically known for, it is in the county of Wiltshire, which has a lot of pig farmers in it, and some of that pork is processed in Salisbury. So we're going to go ahead and assume that David Mitchell grew up on a diet of bacon, just like 100% bacon. So onto a sheet tray goes our rashers of bacon, and they are off to a 180 degree Celsius oven for anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes. Now I couldn't find a quote directly from David Mitchell saying what his favourite food was, but when you look up online David Mitchell eating, it's nothing but pizza. He only ever has pizza in front of him. So let's make a David Mitchell pizza sauce, starting with a great base for any red sauce, baked beans. Into a pot they go, and then fishing out the beans because we just want the sauce with our disgusting human fingers, only to find out that you're left with very little sauce and a full can of baked beans. You've just kind of moved the baked beans from one thing to another, so into a fine mesh strainer they go and pushed through with the backside of a spoon, scraping off any bean juice you have on the bottom side of your strainer. There you have it, a disgusting start to a pizza sauce. So to this we're going to add a can of whole peeled tomatoes, a healthy pinch of kosher salt, and some freshly ground black pepper. Blitz all that together, out of frame if your cord isn't long enough. Blitz until smooth, and then this is off to a medium stovetop for about 10 minutes on a low simmer until reduced by half. I did heaps of research on how to cook a succulent turkey breast. I drove all around town and these were all I could get. They are turkey breast steaks, so we're going to work very hard to get some flavour into them. Starting with a rub, so into a small bowl we'll go in with 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 1 heaped teaspoon of curry powder, 2 healthy pinches of salt, and plenty of cracked pepper. Mix well to combine, and use the old hand funnel technique to get it into an old spice jar before making a mess and just spooning it in like you should have in the first place. Then generously seasoning all sides of our turkey breast steaks, and then they are off to a grill pan over high heat. Cooking until you've got some beautiful char lines on both sides. Once you've achieved that, you can pretty much guarantee a steak this thin is going to be cooked through. But if you're still worried, you can put a temperature probe in it and you're looking for around 74 degrees Celsius. Get the buttered side of your brown and white bread toasted. Add a pinch of dried oregano to your pizza sauce and take it off the heat. And with our bread beautifully toasted, we'll cut some full fat mozzarella and use this teaspoon measurer that I haven't once used to actually measure a teaspoon, but we'll use it to cut cute little pepperoni rings for the pizza component. And with that all done, it is time for assembly. Onto the toasted side of our white bread goes our baked bean pizza sauce, followed by our 4 mini pepperonis and a modest amount of cheese. Don't want this to be oppressively cheesy. A quick stint under the broiler to get the cheese melted. Shingle on our crispy bacon, apply a generous amount of our chopped turkey. I chopped the turkey off screen like a fucking shithead. And of course, lots of filling lettuce. Crown with the brown bread, and that's a David Mitchell. Wrap as best you can in wax paper, and here is the long-awaited cross-section. Now, for all of you saying, you know, you just kind of made a weird turkey bacon sandwich, well, it's a little more sophisticated than that. Something you don't see on the channel very often, my head. But we are going to try it this episode anyway. Try seeing my head. Here we are, the David Mitchell. Okay. That might be good food. Yeah, that's good. It took me a while. I think it's because of the salami and the pizza sauce, which is, it is strange. It's a strange sandwich, but it's got crunch, it's got salt. There's a bit of the sweet carrying over from the baked beans in the pizza sauce, which I didn't think was going to make it in, but that. The David Mitchell. Put a leaderboard. Maybe that time. If I do a leaderboard, it'll be popping up there now. And this will be on top.
You eating the whole thing?
It's good.
Yum.
Right?
Are you finished shooting?
I'm done.